But yeah, so when it comes to where I would necessarily rank it in relation to everything else, it's different in that he's evolved so much. Like for
Mhm.
me, Graduation is like a top 5 album like
Ever.
for me. Like I love it. I can listen to it today, start to finish. I can't really think of a skip.
Mhm.
But because of where, and I believe because that was kind of the backpack college music ish era, and I was in that age group. So now that I'm
Yeah, yeah,
older,
yeah.
I'm a family man. I've been through a divorce. I've had kids. I'm a lot more involved in church. Me, obviously, Kanye's a billionaire, and his life's very different from mine. But we have other parallels now that if
Mhm.
the message he was sending then probably isn't as relevant as the message he's sending now.
Right,
So
right.
for me, one of the biggest things when it comes to music is we love music. Like we love music. But we have kids, and I think it's really important the message and the wording and the environment you put your kids in.
Mm,
So
facts.
I try to be cognizant of that. And him making music at this level of quality that I can play around my kids puts him in a different tier because very few artists can do that. Like the last album
Yeah.
is it's all edited. There's not an explicit
Yeah, it's clean,
version.
right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
for
yeah.
me, that makes I can get in the car and push shuffle, and it's a dope album. So there's not really a concern that whack songs don't come on, but I also don't
Mhm.
have to worry about songs I played back in the past that I didn't remember what they were saying, and then I'm in the car with my kids and they start saying stuff, and I'm like, oh, I forgot that
Oops.
was in there. Like I remembered all the words, but it didn't. And then she just looks at me like,
It like first thing Friday morning, and like I'm listening to it upstairs, and I'm just like, oh yeah, this sounds like Drake. Like this is definitely a Drake album. And then I made breakfast, came downstairs, made breakfast, and I'm sitting there listening to it, and I was just disappointed because there was so much
Mm.
hype around the
There's
album.
always Drake is all hype. That's what
It
he is.
is.
Drake
It's
is hype.
all hype. And like I'm listening to the album and like the whole certified lover boy thing, like I'm so
Cover's trash.
over I'm not gonna say it's trash. Cause
I didn't
like,
say it was trash. I said the cover was trash. Like the one with the
oh,
thing with
but
the babies and all that.
they're
Yeah.
always that way.
they do what they're supposed to do
They do.
from a internet standpoint. He's figured that part out.
Yeah, that he's a
But
master of that.
yeah, so that part's to me genius, but the actual artwork was
It was stupid. But
Mhm.
I'm listening to it, like hands down, Jay's verse on one of the songs is my favorite part of the album because Jay just delivered a deliciously just that verse is nasty.
deliciously.
Yeah, it was a good verse.